Hey Hilti fans, my name's Matt Blessing. I'm a marketing manager for Hilti here on the East Coast of the United States, and I'm on site here in central New Jersey with Airside Incorporated. They've been gracious enough to let us come visit them on site where they're using our new wire hanging system, and that's going to be the topic for today's show. I do want to mention, if this is your first time with Hilti Live, welcome. We're going to drop in the chat a link to all the other videos that we've done this year. Come and learn a little bit more about our products and services. This is a fun way to bring them to you and a fun way to get your feedback. So make sure that you're dropping comments in the chat about your experiences with what we're doing and general insights into to what you think. So first off, I've got a special guest behind the camera today. It's Hilti account manager, Ryan Ellicott. So if you've been an M, E, or P contractor in the greater New York City area over the last 12 years, chances are you know this guy. But I'm going to give him a chance to come introduce himself and what he loves about being at Hilti while I finish setting up. So Ryan, come on out.
What's going on, Hilti fans? How we doing? I'm Ryan Ellicott. I've been with Hilti for 12 years. Mechanical electrical for the past 10 in New York. As of January, they moved me over to central New Jersey, and I've had the opportunity to really see some different types of construction, what I'm not used to typical in the city. And one of the things that I really love is, whether I'm in the city, in New Jersey, is really being able to bring a premium product to our customers and being able to partner with them. Airside has been awesome, especially with the new wire hanging system. Mario, the owner, was gracious enough to invite me to a meeting with all the PMs, and I was able to demonstrate, our system and the benefits against the competitive systems, and really able to partner with all their PMs as well as their foremans on job sites, and and really sell them the full solution. So we'll give it back to Matt.
Hey, thanks, Ryan. So I do want to say, we have a lot of great people that work here. If you're interested in working for Hilti, punch in the hashtag #LifeAtHilti into your social media. You're going to see a lot of information and testimonials from people that do work here and have a great time doing it. So let's get to the topic of today. It's our wire hanging system. So why don't we come a little closer? So what we have here is just the system on display. This wire hanging system, or wire rope suspension system, is designed to hang HVAC duct or systems, also cable trays or conduits, and also lighting from a variety of different ceiling assemblies, right? So there's a few different options for attaching this or fastening it. And what I want to start out with is the packaging, right? It seems pretty minor, but this box contains everything you need, much like a bundle of wire, for everything you need to attach. So Ryan, if you can get in a little closer here, I'm gonna open this up and show you. When we open this up, everything you need to assemble is in here. Nice and clean, all together in this one box. And if you get there tight, Ryan, you can see this system comes in 2 and 3 millimeter sizes. There's 20 or 30 wires in every box. So think about what that means when you're up on a lift, or if you're pulling large bundles of wire or bundles of threaded rod around the job site. This makes it a lot easier and cleaner, and we would love to hear from you. What's your experience with lugging around wire, with lugging around threaded rod? What's your experience up on a lift? Would this make your life easier? And we would love to hear directly from you, not just from me, right? So the packaging's first. Then we'll move right here to the system itself. So as I mentioned, and if you can get in there, Ryan, you can see this is the 2 millimeter wire, this is the 3 millimeter wire, that's the difference. They all come in 2 and 3 millimeter, but you can see the variety of different attachment types, right? So all ceiling assemblies are different, right? Or you have different types of ceiling assemblies, so we need different types of attachment points. This one here is pretty simple, it's just a loop, right? And this is what Airside is actually using here on this job site today. This wire just loops through itself, right? And is able to loop around structural members, whether it's joist or structural beams, to start your attachment there. This one here is a threaded eye bolt. This is a 3/8 threaded eye bolt. And this actually will thread into different anchor types, whether it's something like a cast-in anchor. This one's actually for wood form, but it's internally threaded to be able to accept this for overhead. So if you were to pour your floor deck, strip away the wood form, this piece would be showing, and you would be able to attach right from the ceiling using this eye bolt. So again, you tell us what you're using. Are you using these types of casting anchors? Are you using something more traditional like this this drop-in anchor? Again, this is designed for overhead. Pretty traditional anchor when you're going overhead. So I'm assuming a lot of you probably have experience with this. But again, that would thread directly into that once it's installed into the floor overhead. This one's a little bit faster than your drop-in anchor, but again, these are both post-install, so they're installed after the concrete pour. This is a threaded screw anchor with a 3/8 inch coupler on the end. So this is our Quick Huss Easy Eye. Internally threaded is the eye, and that would also accept this 3/8 anchor. So again, depending on what your anchoring point looks like in the ceiling, we've got options for it. And then these two are for direct fastening, right? So you can see this blank clip right here, and the way this is shaped, this is designed to be fastened with our BX3 tool. Specifically, the BX3 has a magazine full of pins in it, and it's a battery fastening tool as opposed to powder or powder actuated tools. Again, this is specifically for the BX3 for fastening overhead, and then this one is a little bit more traditional, the powder actuated fastener, where the pin and the nail are already on there. So again, these are the options for attaching to the ceiling itself. How do we attach the pipe or the duct system to the wire? That's these two guys here, right? So this first one, you can get in there tight, Ryan. I'm going to show you these a little bit closer in a second. But this is the loop lock, and this is meant for looping the wire through. This is the channel lock, and this would be used in a couple of different scenarios, but in trapeze assemblies, this makes for really short work, and we'll show them to you here. So why don't you come around, Ryan, and I'll show you just a little closer. So I mentioned that channel lock. Here it is threaded into a square washer on your strut system. So you could imagine your more traditional trapeze has this piece of strut, and then would have a washer, a threaded washer here, and then some threaded rods. So you'd be spinning nuts to be able to adjust that. That's where this really shines when you have these trapeze type systems. So this is the channel lock that I showed you over there, and basically what this does, and Ryan, can you get in real close? This unscrews, and you can actually adjust it just by pushing down. As soon as you find the spot you need, you lock that down, right? Super fast, no tools needed, saves a lot of time, a lot of energy, and this has been a really popular item for us since we launched earlier this year. So again, tell us your experience with trapeze systems, what that's like to spin a nut for minutes on end, just to be able to adjust and then maybe do it again and again. So there's less rework here, plus it has a really clean look to it. Right over here, this is the loop lock, right? And again, going back to the loop wire, this is the one that Airside's actually using, and they're using these loop locks as well. So just to pull this out to kind of show you how we got it in here, this uses the same spring-loaded lockdown system as the channel lock, but there's two of them to be able to create a loop. So you can see if I were to feed that through, this is nice and loose, and you push that down, it won't move back up unless that's locked down. If you push down, you can extend that wire through. Same as here, you push it down, wire comes through. You can create a loop as large as you need for the duct size you have or whatever it is you're hanging, and you can lock that down. Again, no tools needed, super quick. This is about speed, it's about productivity, it's about a clean look. There's a lot of advantages to using this system. So again, don't just take it from me. I'm going to invite Bill Lassio from Airside Incorporated to come talk to us about what they've done on this job and why he values the wire system. So Bill, thanks for meeting with us. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So first, can you tell us a little bit about Airside Incorporated, the company in general?
I'm Bill Lassio. I'm the general foreman here from Airside Sheetmetal. We do fabrication, manufacturing, and installation. So far, everything with the wire hanger system has been foolproof. Everything's very modular, it's fast. The packaging is great. Accessibility after the fact, if you have to go back and adjust a hanger, move a hanger, everything becomes a lot easier working with the wire hanger system.
So, Bill, from my understanding, we're standing in what will be a gymnasium. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right, with an exposed ceiling.
Yes.
And we chose this location on the job site because Airside is using the wire system here in the gymnasium for up overhead. So, Ryan, if you can give us a quick shot of the work they've done. Maybe, Bill, you can explain what we're looking at here.
We're using the 3mm wire system on an exposed galvanneal spiral. So this will get painted later on. So with the wire hanger system, the hangers are next to invisible, especially at this height. So it looks great after the fact when the duct's painted. The wire system becomes invisible at that point. It almost looks like the duct's free floating in the steel. Also, when working inside the bar joist, inside the purlins, it's nice to have something like the wire hanger system that will easily move out of the way and won't get in your way when installing the ductwork.
That's great. That's great. And yeah, it looks super clean.
Height adjustment's key. When tying in from the air handlers into this, there's always some kind of height deviation, whether it's an inch, a half inch, whatever. So just as simply as unscrewing the lock on the wire system, pulling up, releasing, everything makes it a lot easier.
That's great. It's good to hear.
And then also, not counting this room, but about 24,000 other hangers were added to the job. And so far, everything has been flawless.
And we certainly appreciate the business. You know, another question would be traditional means, right? So if you were hanging these ducts in a traditional means, so meaning no wires involved, right? The traditional methods, what would that look like and how would it change install time?
Traditionally, you would use a half ring. So then it would be 2 pieces of threaded rod down to a half ring. So then you're adding double the amount of hangers. So for every one, there'd be 2. So, yeah. And then they're in your way, you know what I mean? You put a threaded rod up, put 2 of them up, go to send the pipe up, the hanger's in your way. Now you're taking the rod back down, securing the pipe, putting the anchor back in. With the wire hanger system, it's actually safer because you could get the pipe in position, loop it around. Whatever height it is, but at least there's something underneath it. You can always adjust it later on. So it definitely even makes it a safer installation too.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
And great. Then at Airside, you know, we pride ourselves, you know, on quality, fit and finish, and with the wire hanger systems, they're easy to make plumb. You don't have to worry about later on 30 feet in the ceiling, a hanger being inches out of plumb. You know what I mean? They're very easy to adjust. So it's very important. You know, nobody wants to get back up 30 feet in the air and adjust a hanger.
Right. It's a time waster as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Great. So we appreciate you letting us here on site, talking a little bit about the wire hanging system. Folks, we want to hear from you as well. What do you think about this system itself, and how would it save you, just like it's saving things on Bill's site here as well? So just as Ryan mentioned, we want to thank you guys for your partnership over the years. Hopefully that continues to grow in other areas. Same with you folks out there. We want to partner. Reach out to us. Go to Hilti.com. You can see more about this system itself. And if you have any more questions, reach out to your Hilti rep, who would gladly come out to demo this system for you. So again, thanks for your time. We'll see you next time on Hilti Live. Take care.